Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on Stars Touch Heartfelt Healing. Happy Monday to you. So I have a few things I've been doing, trying to stick with a routine. And just previously, the night before, getting things ready. So for me, it's kind of like a fail to plan is a plan to fail. I hate that word, but it's so true for me. If I don't plan something out, it seems like I don't know. I just can't think of what to do in the morning. So what I did last night is I went ahead and made some celery juice, and I went ahead and got this new juicer. It's so cool. Somebody gave it to me actually. It's just a little Musa, let's see, Mulinex it's called. This little thing is just a flash. It's easy to clean, way easier than the way I was doing it before. This celery juice has cluster salts in it, and if you can drink that, even in the middle of the night, sometimes I'll wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning and drink it and then go back to bed. So that way it has that 15 minutes or even longer to process and really help basically your immune system, your digestion, detoxification, all those things. So I try to drink it in the middle of the night, and then also I keep a lemon water right by my bedside. That is going to make it to where when I wake up, instead of going right for that coffee pot or doing something like tea, I drink the lemon water. That's going to help me hydrate right off the bat. The other thing too is if there's any way to get a balance ball, these things are worth their weight in gold. I mean, they're only about $10, and you can bounce lightly on it, and basically it makes your breathing a lot more stable. It helps relieve anxiety. It can help you go to the bathroom in the morning. I mean, I'm telling you, it cleanses your lymph nodes. It's just wonderful. So many people are suffering right now with colds, flus, different COVID, anything breathability wise. It's going to really make you breathe the proper way, deeply. And it's a wonderful way to relieve all those things. Then also chaga, throwing a I have the actual cubes of chaga because we have that up here in trees, but you can get it at the health food store too. Chaga is amazing for immune support. Having that around, I make the applesauce that has the dates in there with the apples and just a little bit of vanilla, and you can use walnuts or pecans, but just grinding it up in a grinder. Those dates are so sweet. You don't need any kind of sugar or anything like that. It's amazing. It's super good for your detox cleanse. The other thing that I've been doing is I have the Christine Northrup book, Woman's Bodies, Woman's Wisdom. There's a lot of things in here that can pertain to women or men. It's very informative as far as really respecting our bodies. I mean, checking your body and just looking for things that are right, instead of having to go, okay, I'm going to do a check to make sure I don't have any bumps or lumps and stuff. No, this is more about praising your body for the things that it's doing for you. And it's just a whole different perspective, a different way of looking at it. So when you're doing self massage or doing any of these activities where you're doing the circles to try to get your energy flowing, all these things, just really feeling the energy in your body and just sending good thoughts and vibrations. I mean, I have this thing about my stomach. I go, okay, a year ago, even I was a little heavier, even yet. And so I would say to myself, you know what? I'm pregnant with ideas right now. I'm pregnant with creativity. And it's the minute that I come up with this super good idea and I get to put it out there, I'm going to feel great. And, I slowly have lost a little bit of weight over time. I don't really pay any attention to it. It's more about, it's more about how you look at it, your perspective. And sometimes people hold a little weight on them in order to feel protected. That's like a protection mechanism sometimes. Funny story. Years ago, I went to a class, an overeaters class, many years ago at a hospital called Mercy. It's kind of funny because all these ladies were there and they looked at me like, why are you here? You clearly don't have a problem. I have, a high metabolism, but it wasn't anything to do with eating. It was so funny because all of us became such great friends and realized that it was emotional issues that were going on. I was eating 2 plates of spaghetti, no problem, and it had nothing to do with being there because you're overweight and you have those issues. It's more to do with emotional support. There was a lady that was almost 80. She was there because she had white carpet, white living room couch, all this stuff her whole entire life, never was able to just, live simple and not worry about having to keep all this stuff clean. And it's kind of like we all had to look at ourselves and say, what's missing in our lives that we are doing this over cleaning, overworking, overeating, whatever it is. What is it that we really need? And we became really good friends, and it was an excellent class. So I'm just going to ask a couple questions that I have in this book to see if any of this applies for anyone and if it'll help you in any way. It does talk about making a list of your most important activities and commitments, letting everything else go. It says, before saying yes to a new task or commitment, ask yourself this question: will doing this recharge my batteries or deplete them? If the activity will deplete them, then don't do it. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? It also mentions allowing yourself to accept nurturing and affection. If you didn't learn how to do this as a child, you may need to practice. Every morning before you get up, spend a minute or two reveling in a memory of a time that you felt loved. Do the same at night. Imagine your heart being filled with this love. Dwell on these things that you really like for yourself. Concentrate on activities and people that are fun and that make you laugh. This stimulates a healthy immune system, making pleasurable activities a priority every day. Don't wait until later. Later rarely ever comes. So that's such a great idea. In the morning when you wake up, think about some really happy memory that you had, even as a child, whatever it is. It will automatically make your immune system start working even better. And when you go to sleep at night, if you're thinking of something positive before you go to bed, you're much more likely to have, nicer dreams, or maybe just sleep better and really have good answers come to you. So I like these ideas, and I hope that you do too. I want to pull a couple cards. I'm going to pull one out of the moon affirmation, just so that we have something for an affirmation to say throughout the day today. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me. Yes, we must. And the thing is listening right now and really paying attention to what's being said to us is so important, because right now we have that full moon tomorrow. We have it in Taurus. It's a blood moon. It's a lunar eclipse. So much going on with this at the election time that it's a good idea to just really try to stay grounded and just be very patient with people. And I'll have a lot more to say about that tomorrow. There's so much wrapped into that with that lunar eclipse and everything. This is the Notes of the Universe, Mike Dooley. Let's just see what pops out for us. We need. Okay. Hubba hubba. You know that dreamy look and deep, soulful love you've sometimes seen in the eyes of another as they gaze into your own? Expect a lot more of it. Interesting. Okay, so wow, I don't even know what to say about that card. I I think a few people have some new loves coming into their life, and it could be even something as simple as a nice pet. But we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up. This is the Keepers of the Light. One more. Okay, so the White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Connect to your lineage. White Eagle is a Native American shaman who is dedicated to honoring our spiritual heritage. He's a world-renowned spiritual guide who has been particularly cherished by mediums all over the world. He first spoke through a medium called Grace Cook in the early 20th century, and he is a guide who helps create clear channels in our bloodline and our spiritual lineage so we can access the heart of the Creator. He also helps us move into sacred ceremony, where we can hold sacred space to honor a change, transition, celebration, or anything else that deserves time. He is wonderful for clearing space, and we can call on him for help in forging spiritual connections. Take some time to honor just how far you've come. Recognize through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing, and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family and spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in the place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestor through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. So it is a great time to start clearing out these past ancestral wounds. I even did a video up at the dam and sent energy. That's an experience with Reiki symbols that will really help do that. So if you're wanting to do it, I can go ahead and put that at the end of this video so it'll be easy to get to. We all have past ancestral wounds that are um, right now. It's an easier time than ever to really get rid of those, let them go, and have everything be a little bit more easier for our kids and their kids and from then on. So I'm going to end this here. My communication skills today, I'm not sure they're really up to par with this Mars retrograde. It's affecting me in Gemini. I can see that. But I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I will be back again with that full moon and do a meditation for us. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share if this helps anybody. And I'm so glad that you're with me. Thank you for joining me. Have a good evening.